A really great feature of Maverick that I use every single day and solved a huge problem for me, honestly, is the AI call grading and feedback score. Because a huge pain point for me, honestly, was, as the sales manager here, I sit down with each agent on our team for about an hour a week. And, an hour sounds like a long time, but it goes by pretty quick. And if an agent had 30, 40, 50 conversations that are recorded in follow-up boss that I'm trying to go ahead and find some type of coachable tip for, or figure out where maybe they have a sticking point and they're struggling, or maybe give them some good feedback on what they're doing well. I would have to sit there with them and listen to sometimes dozens of calls to find something I can give them feedback on. Whereas now, Maverick just gives me a macro view of the calls that agent had made that week. So let's pull up one here. So we'll go to AI call grading. And basically, it's going to show me all the calls made by agents within a given period of time. I can also isolate it to a certain agent if I wanted to, but here just everybody's popping up. And then let's pull up here, Audrey. So Audrey was called by this agent here, Dewey, and I could just go in here now and see what their motivation was. I can see what their area of interest was. Are they a buyer? Are they a seller? But then I can also see some coaching tips, which is great. So instead of me having to go search through 10 calls, maybe an hour's worth of time with that agent, I could just pull this up and be like, hey, you got to build some more rapport. Hey, you got to show some more empathy. Hey, you got to use a more assumptive tone and ask more open-ended questions. So now I can go in here and suggest to the agent, hey, when a client says this, don't just move on. Ask them more about it. If there's some commonality there, oh, you went to that high school? I went to that high school. Oh, you live in Green Valley? I love Green Valley. What do you like about Green Valley? Or maybe they're saying that this agent didn't show enough empathy. Maybe the person said they just had an illness in the family, or maybe they're ill, or maybe they're just going through a tough time, or they're really busy. And the agent just continued to move on. Whereas you can say, hey, look, I totally know you're busy. We work with a lot of busy people, and so on and so forth. Use a more assumptive tone. Maybe he needed to be a little bit more confident on that tone. Maybe he needed to assume that that person has a real estate interest instead of maybe waiting till the end of the phone call to find that out. And asking more open-ended questions. Instead of just asking a yes or no question, tell me more about that. How do you feel about that? So these are things right off the bat, within just 30 seconds of looking at this, I can do an entire coaching session with that particular agent without having to go through all those calls. And then maybe the calls I'm listening to with that person that I picked on my own without the help of Maverick are not actually representative of what that agent needs. So this really gives me a bird's eye view, because I can go ahead here. I can see their scores. Some of them are, I'm interested in what happened in that 0-1. Some of them are 2, some of them are 0, some of them are 1, some of them are 2, some of them are 7. So I could go ahead and look at a 2 call and see, why is this call rated only 2 out of 10? And then I can go in here and just, probably dig deeper into this call to find out why that was. So Maverick, really, what it does is it just gives me the opportunity to take something that would previously take me hours and give it to me at my fingertips within a matter of seconds. And makes my day a little bit easier, makes me more effective at my job, and also lets the agents get the value from our coaching sessions that they need to make more money.